What's up, dogs? I got something crazy to talk about. I haven't really talked about books recently or ever actually on this channel, but hold on. I read a book recently. It's right here. This book is pretty crazy. Now, just from the looks of it, it looks like a journal. Looks like I'm a weirdo, but no. I took the cover off this book. But this book, I'm pretty sure it changed my life, man, and I really want to talk about it. So the name of this book is The One Thing. Boom, The One Thing. And it's very simple, actually. It's very, very simple. It talks about how every single day, you just need to focus on your one thing. Like, okay, so every single day, there's one thing that you could do that would make everything else easier. So think about it. Maybe it's, going to school and making sure you focus. Or maybe even your one thing is just going to school. Because if you don't go to school, your mom's going to be mad, your dad's going to be mad, blah, blah, blah. If you just go to school, that's your one thing, then everything else is easier. Facts. For me, my one thing is kind of big. I mean, my one thing is making videos because it's my job. I do this every single day. That's my one thing. If I make videos, then I feel good the rest of the day. I feel complete, right? If I don't make videos during a day, I feel like I'm being lazy and I'm losing, stuff like that. The thing that this book really talks about is the fact that people think that hard work and doing everything and completing everything is the most important thing that you need to do. Like they always talk about in the media and stuff. I feel like people always say, the people who succeed, the people who become rich, they're the ones who work the hardest and they complete everything and they get stuff done. And in some cases, yeah, you need to work hard, but people have it mixed up. People think that you need to constantly be working hard. You need to constantly give your focus to all this stuff. In reality, the true, exceptional performers, the true people who become famous or rich or successful, whatever you want to call it, the people who really blow up like that and have amazing lives are the people who figure out what their one thing is that they need to do every single day, and they put all their focus into that one thing. Before I read this book, maybe like 5 days ago, I was one of those people who thought, okay, you do need to spend a lot of time. You do need to put your energy into a lot of things, and you need to constantly be working and getting stuff done. But after reading this book, it really made me realize that you just have to figure out what your one thing is, complete that, and then everything else gets easier. I really want you to think about, what is your one thing? What's the one thing you can do right now that will make everything else easier, that will make you feel better? Then, once you complete that thing, what's your one thing you could do this week to make everything else easier? And just keep on going from there, right? Every single day, do your one thing, and it gets way easier. Now, as you guys know, this is the channel where I just sit here and talk about stuff I've learned. Normally, I don't really talk about books, but I have been reading books a lot. There's something else I want to talk about that I learned from this book that is very, very important. And my audience on YouTube, right? So you watching this, I guarantee you're probably under the age of 15. There's a lot of people who watch me that are younger because of my other channels. Obviously, why am I blurred out? Come on, bro. I'm trying to kill my vibe. This might not make sense to a lot of you. For the ones that are actually kind of smart, you'll probably understand what I'm saying. But if you're not understanding this, then, just give it a couple years, bro. I'm making this video not for the views, just for people to come back on. Maybe in 5 years, someone's going to be watching this. They're going to be like, wow, you're speaking some facts, bro. But the other thing I really learned from this book is the fact that there are 3 P's, okay? There's 3 P words. No, I'm not being funny, all right? There's 3 P words that are very important. And there was a page that I really, 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 really loved. But the first P word is purpose, okay? Purpose. What is your purpose every single day? What are you trying to aim for? What do you want to become? Whenever you look at yourself in 20 years, if you see, let's say your name's Tyler. If you see Tyler in 20 years, the grown-up Tyler, what is he doing? What's your ideal life? What do you want to complete in this life? For me, my purpose is to just, set myself up through learning, through, working out, getting my body right, being healthy, setting myself up, having a family, having good kids, teaching my kids everything I've learned from all this learning I'm doing, and teaching my kids how to, stay healthy, stuff like that. I just want to create the best family ever, right? That is my purpose. So the second P is productivity, okay? productivity is basically just what you do, right? Like, how productive you are, how many things you do, right? Whenever you find your purpose and you find out, okay, what do I really, really, really want? You need to align everything you do. So all your productivity, everything you do, you need to align that with your purpose, okay? So if my purpose, I just told you, if my purpose is to stay healthy, get as healthy as I can be, learn as much as I can, create an amazing family one day, have amazing children, and teach my children amazing things and create the best family ever. If that's my purpose, then everything I do should be aligned with that. So let's say if that's my purpose, but I want to go to the store and get a vape, that's not helping my purpose because it's not making me healthy. It's not setting myself up to have good kids, stuff like that. That's not aligned with my purpose, so I don't do it. I only do things that align me with my purpose. So me making this video right now is probably going to make me like $4. That's going to help my income. Me making this video is also going to help a bunch of people, which is going to make me feel better about myself. And it's going to help a bunch of people, which I want. And me making this video, I could also show this video to my kids. They're going to see me itching my ear. That's really cool. Everything I do in my life is connected to my ultimate goal, right? And once you figure that out, once you actually start doing that, life becomes so easy. Like, I'm talking so easy. So easy. Like, the people who don't align their actions with their ultimate purpose, they're just floating. Life is happening to them, right? They're reacting to life. Things happen and they're like, okay, I guess I'll do this. I guess I'll do this. Oh, yep. Oh, this happened. Okay, that's fine. But when you truly know where you're going and know what you want to do and where you want to go and where you want to end up, every single thing you do day to day, you can base it off of, okay, is this going to help me get to where I want? Or is this going to stop me? Or is this going to move me a little bit? You can judge things. And then this is where the third P comes in, priority. You give certain things more priority than others, okay? Those are the 3 Ps, and it's so huge. If you can wrap your head around this, it's so damn huge. I'm telling you, bro. Your purpose, find out your purpose. What do you want from this life, bro? We are only here one time. I mean, as far as I know, maybe, reincarnation is real. Maybe, we go to heaven or we go to hell. I don't know. But all I do know at this point in my life, maybe I'll become religious one day or something. But all I do know is that we are on this earth right now, one time, right? So figure out what the hell you want to make out of this life, okay? What do you want to get out of this life? First, once you have that, good. Then you need to make sure you are doing the right things, right? So what things are you going to do? How productive are you going to be? What things are you going to produce, right? That's productivity. I look at it as like production. What are you going to produce? What are you going to do, right? You need to do things that align with your purpose. You need to do things that put you on the path. Then, once you find these things that put you on the path, you need to prioritize them on a list or something like that, right? I do it in my head. I don't know why. I just like list stuff out in my head. I'm like, okay, I need to make this video today. I need to do this today. I need to go to the gym at this time today. And I list them based on how much they're going to help me get to my purpose. So if I don't make any videos today, I'm going to feel weak. It's going to mess up everything else that I do. I'm going to go to the gym thinking about the videos like, oh, I probably should have made one. I probably should have made 2. So that's the first thing on my list. That's my first priority. And because I have these things prioritized, right, I get them done and I get closer to my purpose. Such a big thing that I heard people talk about this so many times. I know there's like probably 5,000 people watching this that are like, it seems pretty good, DJ, but like, you need to understand what I'm saying because I was in your same position. I was like, yeah, purpose. Everybody says like, live your purpose. Find your purpose. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know. Here's how to find your purpose, bro. Think about your life, okay? I want you to think about your life in 20 years. Think about when you're 30 years old, okay? The 30-year-old version of you. What do you want to be doing? Close your eyes right now. Why are you looking at me with my eyes closed? You're weird. Close your eyes with me. Think about what you want to do. What are you going to be doing? If in your awesomest, best, most amazing life, what are you going to be doing, right? That's your purpose. You want to be there. You want to be there. So take action today and tomorrow and the next day. Take a little bit of action every single day on action items that will get you towards your purpose. Once you know where you're going, you know what to do now, right? But if you never know where you're going, you're just gonna be like, yeah, I'll go here. I'll go here. I'll do this. I'll do this. Once you know where you're going, you know what you can do and what you do not want to do. I've lost friends in the past. I've lost money. I've lost so many things. I've given things away because I have realized that they weren't aligned with my purpose. I used to have this friend. I would hang out with him all the time, but he just wasn't on the same level with me. That's going to happen in your life. You're going to have to shift things and people and everything away to align yourself with your true purpose. This is like the basis of living a good life here. Whenever you don't get things done and whenever you like, what I'm trying to say is whenever you are stagnant, whenever you're not moving, whenever you're not accomplishing things, and whenever you're not moving towards a bigger goal, you get depressed, you get sad, you get bored, and it's horrible. You feel like nothing's working. You feel like you have no worth, but you get your worth in getting things done. You get your internal worth by moving towards a goal every single day. Now, I've never been a big fan on like making goals. Like people always say, like make a 1-year goal, make a 6-month goal. I've never really done that. I've kind of just had images in my head. Okay, in like 2 years, what do I want my life to look like? I put it in my head. Okay, bet. Then I know what to do to get there, right? I know some people in my personal life that don't really have a purpose. They don't really have like a drive. They like everything they do is kind of just, yeah, I guess I'll do this for money. Yeah, I guess I'll hang out with this person. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. And that's just lame. That's boring. They live a boring ass life where they're just letting life happen to them. See me, I happen to life. I choose what I want to do and what I don't want to do. And that's it. If it doesn't help me get to where I want to go, I'm not doing it. And that is when you start to take control of your life. This book, man, if you guys have any money, you know, I'm going to pick a couple people in the comments. If you guys watch this video this far, I'm going to pick a couple of people in the comments. I'll send you guys some money to buy this book or whatever, because I really want you guys to read this. I'm trying to find a page where he was just speaking, dude. Let me see. Yeah, this one's pretty good. He's talking about, he also talks about in this book, whenever you start your day off, you need to start it off with some positive energy. So a lot of people wake up, they roll over and they look at their phone and they're like, oh shit, this just happened on Twitter. What the hell? Like they're just like starting their day off with a bunch of and whenever you start your day off with a bunch of the rest of your day is just right? But if you start your day off good and you wake up and you why not do a couple squats? The reason I'm struggling is because, geez, I just had a crazy leg day yesterday. Trust me, I'm not that weak. My legs aren't that small, all right? But when you start your day off, positive and hyped up, that's just going to bleed into everything else. Positivity begets positivity. It just keeps happening. Positive things lead to more positive things. Dude, I'm telling you, there's a wealth of information in this goddamn book, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my gosh. I never thought I'd be reading a book while recording a YouTube video, but Jesus. I mean, I put so many highlights in this book. I read it over it only took me like 2 days to read it, and I wasn't even like reading a ton. But bro, find your one thing, the thing that matters most to you, and do the things that matter to that one thing. Align yourself with your true mission, and dude, your life's gonna be so easy. Trust me, boys. I'm gonna make some more videos about books. Let me know if y'all want to see more of these. Peace.